tonight, eviction filings this year alone already breaking records. According to Maricopa County in January, there were more than 8,000 eviction filings, the most ever for a single month.
These families, they need help now.
The latest data from the Maricopa County of Justice Court shows a troubling trend. There were nearly 69,000 eviction filings in 2019. When the pandemic hit in 2020, that number dropped by more than half when local governments were doling out emergency rental assistance. Once those funds ran out, filings started to increase, reaching more than 83,000 by 2023, the second highest year on record.
Evictions are a symptom of a bigger issue.
Courtney Levinas is the CEO of the Arizona Multi-Housing Association. She attributes the jump in eviction filings to population growth here in the valley and lack of affordable housing.
The Department of Housing has indicated that we are 270,000 units short of where we need to be. We need homes. We need homes at all price points.
Levinas stressed that an eviction filing doesn't necessarily mean someone is kicked out of their home. She says about 1 in 8 filings end with an eviction. Still, the numbers are concerning, and advocates say landlords are dealing with higher costs from inflation, which leads to steep rent hikes.
And then we're seeing even teachers and public servants now who can't afford to live where they work.
Advocates want struggling families to know there are resources available. The Department of Economic Security offers rental assistance to low-income seniors or families with children, up to $10,500 in total. Plus, the nonprofit law firm Community Legal Services offers free advice and representation in cases.
It's really important that tenants really try, when they find out that there's a chance that they're being evicted, that they reach out for those resources.
Right, so they talked a lot about the need for more housing. Levinas says there are 2 bills moving through the legislature to address this issue here in Arizona. One that would allow for commercial or office buildings no longer in use to be renovated into apartments or condos. Another bill would require cities to do a housing study and then also speed up the rezoning time frame to within 100 days. Guys.